Hey guys, I was just messing around with Prezi. Wanted to show you a couple things that might help you. When you log in, go ahead and create a new Prezi. And there's going to be some different options, but I found one. You don't have to use it, but thought it might work for you. If you look up chalkboard, they have this mind mapping one, and it kind of reminded me of what Kendrick was drawing out earlier today. So if you want to click on that and then use template, and it's already set up like this, and you can just kind of go in and edit things. So right here, the brainstorm, you can go in, double click, and change that to your title. Oops. Change color and different things like that. Go in here, and anything else you want to add, just double click, make your editing, and then same thing down here, kind of get your main idea going. Over here, then we can go ahead and create some more. If you zoom in, if you like scroll down, zooms out, scroll up, it's going to zoom into the area that you're at. So you can click and kind of add your main idea like you were talking about today. Scroll out, do the same thing on these. Click and add whatever you want for each of these. And then kind of down here, seems like it's got your kind of summing things up, like kind of a last slide type deal, where you can kind of bring all this stuff together at the end of your presentation. The way you set this up, if you look off to the left, there's an edit path. You can set up like what order things go in. So right now there's only one thing set up. You can see the one around this box. It starts off looking at the whole picture. So I'll come back to the edit path in a second. Also wanted to show you the insert. You can insert images we talked about. So if you click that, you can select files from your computer or search for stuff online. You can also go to insert like a PDF. I mean a file. I think Word might work as well, but I would go with PDF if you've got it. So you can just put it in a PDF file. And this one has several pages, so you'll see that each page will come out as its own little thing. And then you can move those around, kind of put them wherever you want, make them smaller so you zoom in so it's not maybe visible in this whole picture. Um, so it's kind of nice. You've got like an infinite canvas, so you can kind of zoom in, zoom out as far as you want. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. But so you can add those different things. You know, you could have the image. Here we go. So here's my PDF, 9 different pages. I can go ahead and click on this and like drag it and put it wherever I want. If I want to resize it, I can. Say I wanted to put that on this notepad, you could do that. So lots of different options. And like if you oops, hold down and kind of drag, you're going to move your screen around. But I'm going to go ahead and delete these real quick. Get them out of our way. So pretty easy to go ahead and add things. You saw there you could also do videos, different options. And at first it may take a little time getting used to the maneuvering, kind of getting in and out. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Once you kind of have things set up the way you want, maybe make your editing, then you want to choose the path. And let's say we want to look at this, you know, we start off with the whole big picture, but then let's say we want to zoom in on just this region here. The frames and arrows allows us to kind of frame things up so we can kind of zoom into those a little bit easier. So we can insert a frame. We could do like brackets, circle, rectangular, or invisible. So I'm going to just do invisible for this first one. And I want to put just a frame around this portion of our prezi. And then automatically makes it our number 2. And we can move these around later if we wanted to, but that's kind of what I was going for. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Path. So right now it just goes from the whole big picture to looking at this little part. Then if you drag on something, you see, okay, let's say we want to go to this to make our third slide, and then we're going to go to this and kind of go around to each one of these, and then finally sum it up with this little region. And we can finish the edit path, and we can look at the present, kind of test it out and see what it looks like. So we start off with a big picture, click the arrow, brings us into that region, and then we go here and we set up our invisible frame, then to our main idea. And if that's zoomed in too far, what we can do is create another invisible frame that's a little bit bigger so we can see that whole cloud. Go into our sticky notes, kind of go around the circle. There's the one thing that I moved over there. And then we kind of end up with our summation of the whole thing. So I thought this might work for you guys, maybe give you a quick little tutorial. Like I said, Tuesday, I'd be happy to work with you guys, sit down and help you with anything, but maybe this will help you in the meantime to get things started. All right, have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.